And then sometime around 2014, after Letterman, Rory, Rap Ferrara hit me up on through Twitter about doing a track.
Oh, really? He reached out to you?
Yeah, he reached out and was like, "Hey, I'm like you guys are dope. I'm a big fan, Sam. I've heard that you rap, and I'd love to get you on this track with my buddy Kenny Segal. This is how me and Kenny met, and it was for Souvenir on So the Flies Don't Come.
Oh, wow.
The Milo record from probably that year 2014 2015.
So that was your
And
first rap track, like out in the universe.
kind of no, I mean, I guess I did a thing with this Australian rap group called Curse of Dialect, who I was a big fan of back in high school into college. Yeah, so anyways, so Rory hits me up and it's like, I'd love to get you on this track. And I this was just like a Twitter message request or something, or maybe I can't remember how it happened, because he was in our inbox, but I guess you have to follow each other. So he reached out maybe through a message, and then I checked out his work and was like, yo, this kid is on some shit. Like, what is his deal? Like, this is beautiful,
insane,
strange poetry.
So talented. Yeah,
because at that point it was like Toothpaste Suburb was his most recent work, which is a beautiful record. So I like follow him back, and then he's like, you want to jump on this? And I was like, sure, like hit me with the beat, here's my email. And I listened to it, and it was the full beat, with Rose whole verse, and then just an open space on the back end. And listening to it, I was just like, dude, I wrote him back like, man, I can't do this. Like, this isn't really my style. Like, it's a little too, it was too slow for me. It was beautiful, but I was just like, I don't know if I can make this work for my style. Because I think being self-conscious too about your rap, if you're just like, well, if I just rap fast, it'll sound good.
Yeah.
I can tongue twist and then I just sound like I'm good at this. I don't have to, put in crazy work, because I was still just kind of getting my pen game back up again. So anyway, so I write Ro and say, I don't know, man, I appreciate you reaching out. This beat is beautiful. Like, your verse is crazy, and I just don't think I can follow it. And this motherfucker wrote me back and said, it's all good, man. I just thought, like, I listened to your shit, and I just thought like you were a real writer and you can handle it. But it's all good. And I was like, what the fuck?
He was poking the bear.
This motherfucker's like, I just thought you were a real writer. It's all good. And I wrote him back like, oh shit, okay, let me take a shot at it. And then I think like an hour and a half later, I sent him the demo for that verse.
And a half later.
Yeah. I just like, and it's a long verse, and it has there's so much good in that verse. It's really, but I had to go to a place. I had to go to a place and kind of like understand his style. And I think even at that time, this is 2014, it kind of taught me something about writing in a different way. Because at that point I hadn't done a ton of features. Like, I do a lot of features now within both with Hemlock and with Samuel T. Herring, as a singer, and sometimes both. So it's an interesting thing. That was one of the first features. And really, when he challenged
what did he say when he got it back?
He was like, yo, this is fucking fire. This is crazy.
He's like, I told you.
Yeah. He was like, I knew you could do it. But that started a friendship between us. Ruby Yacht put out Back at the House, and of course they have the Kenny Segal connection.
Yeah, how did that album come together? Because honestly, that album is one of my favorites.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, really, so yeah, like I said, probably mid 2014 is when I wrote The Souvenir. I can't remember. I think I recorded that up myself in Baltimore. But then maybe late 2014, I was out on the West Coast, and I like Rory came out. I put Rory on the guest list, and he brought out Bus Driver and Open Mike Eagle, and we like, and I was already like, well, this is so cool. These are guys that I've been listening to for a long time. I really love, like, still a huge fan of them. I'm meeting Roy for the first time, and then I don't think it was that time, but maybe the next time I was in LA, just on a personal travel, or he was living out in Los Angeles for a short time around 2014 into 15. And we met up and had like a freestyle writing session at his little spot. And then I met up with Kenny. And then, yeah, me and Kenny just started a friendship. And then he was, he hit me one day and said, hey, I'm working on some new beats and I'm wondering if you want to play with some stuff. And we wrote the first song for that album, which was Slabs of the Sunburnt West. So, I mean, the beginnings of that record were late 2014, early 2015.